Hello, thank you for joining me today. I hope you're doing well. I'm going to read you a short story I just finished editing. It's called A Boy Named Popcorn, a short story on popcorn, hearts, and love. I hope you enjoy. Once upon a time, in the ages of the ice cold snow, where there were no other things in the world except for mountains and frost, and the world was white and pretty but chilly, there was a boy named Popcorn. Popcorn was a very bright boy, always happy, full of laughs. He loved to play in the snow between the trees and go downhill in his skis. His heart was solid but soft as a grain of corn, or as a sun it was. Everyone who saw him thought how awesome he was. His heart was like a shield. It covered the most incredible secrets, maybe of life and happiness, because even in those days, the nutritious properties of corn were then well known. But his heart was a shield, a bright shield. It permitted anyone looking into it to get reflected by it. But it did not allow anyone to get inside it. It was impossible to break the shield without breaking the core. Madmen kidnapped Popcorn, taking his heart away. They took it from his chest while still alive he was. They gave him then ideas to replace his now gone heart. He went then on living, but he lived without a heart. These madmen tried to cut open his heart, but the scissors, they got broken. They made a cling sound popping out. These madmen were trying but could not open Popcorn's heart. Sometimes Popcorn would wake up. He would wake up in the dark. He would wake up amidst dreams unsure about having a heart. It is well known in those conditions nor hearts or persons can survive. So far away was from his body, his chest now, full of thoughts was. Without a heart, with ideas given to him by madmen, Popcorn, without knowing it, he grew into an adult. He felt alone more than ever in the world. He took a cup of wine. The wine was bitter, but made him forget. Filling his chest with oblivion, it replaced the melancholy and longing. Where are the dreams I held so dear once? He asked himself, forgetting that he did not have a heart. And in between knowing and not knowing, remembering and forgetting, the life of Popcorn from between his fingers slipped away. Popcorn knew in that state he would not have a lot of opportunities to prosper and survive in the world. Imagine a chest filled with a pump. Ideas were filling an engine placed in there by madmen. And everybody knows what happens to corn kernels. They get shipped someplace, somewhere in Iowa or Nebraska. To a cereal factory they go. So it becomes a nutritious breakfast, but nothing else. Also, cornflakes are rather plain, and not many kids like to them for cereal unless they add sugar by the lot. So Popcorn started to think and told himself that I am going to die. It is such a fact. I do not think I have the ability or skill to stop that. Sooner or later, death will catch me. So, my only real chance is to choose my way to live. Or in which arms will death find me during the last breath of my life? So Popcorn became melancholic, and people began to see him sad, and the drunkenness of his heart, well, it was gone now. The glass of wine was now empty, nothing else to do about that. The madman had his heart, now was in their hands. It was the time between drunkenness, imagination, and despair. When falling asleep he was, suddenly he awoke. He thought, who am I? Where is my heart? How am I living without one? And the sadness became sobriety, because then he knew. He knew his heart was gone. He had been drinking from the cup of thought poured by madmen, some form of oil instead of passion. Blood pumped by a mechanical mechanism, painfully pulsating. His heart was gone. He knew. This gift I have, I don't seem to deserve it. Be it mine and only mine. No one can take it from me. Not this cup, not this wine. I'm ultimately responsible for my acts, but also accountable to God and humankind. But what are you, God? So big you are that your face from me you hide? From you I come, but if I look into your eyes, your power, my soul, you will melt. And what is humankind but a group of blind, deaf animals that jump between trees and trigonometry? And then, one cold night, when the streets were wide and his body numb, a stranger offered him a mirror and a cup. What do you want with me? He asked, directing his words toward the stranger. I am the innkeeper. It is time to pay for the room in which you stay the night tonight. His heart felt far away. The secrets it held were being kept from him anyway. I have no money nor gold, Popcorn replied. Then you shall pay me with blood, the innkeeper said, if you can find any. I don't have a heart, and Popcorn began to cry, remembering the days when he was a child, full of life and wisdom and joy. The night was cold. They were now by the pond, but the pond was frozen, surrounded only by frost. The innkeeper offered Popcorn a mirror. In its reflection, he saw the eyes of the madman. The innkeeper offered him a cup filled with wine. Now the wine was warm. The wine was blood. The wine was water from the pond. Popcorn was no longer cold. His chest began to warm. The heat gave him his heart back. he was filled now with hope, and its warmth hit his soul so hard the heat his soul exploded. Pop, pop, pop! His heart now roared. Pop, pop, pop! He found his song, and Popcorn was now a boy. His hit to others he gave, making them also explode. Pop here, pop there, and pop there he was. And the shield now was broken, and something soft and sweet it was now known. If Popcorn die, that I do not know. The historians do not tell us, but if he did, I am sure that he did it in the mouth of lovers in a movie theater on a Saturday afternoon, or in the excitement of a kid watching some scary movie with friends, and maybe, just maybe, he was eaten by a kiss. The end. Thank you for listening. Thank you for reading. If you read it on Medium, you can find me on Medium, by the way. You can click like if you want to. You can give me 50 claps on Medium. Thank you so much for joining me today.